Would you like to test drive the brand new 21 Ford Bronco? Well, we're doing it today. Well, Hot Wheels style, but we're still doing it. Welcome to Cory Turner Talks Cars, and today we're launching a new segment, and it's called Test Drive. It's Hot Wheels Test Drive, and we're going to be looking at Hot Wheels, and we're going to run through a series of tests and different things to see how do they do, how do they stack up, what do they look like. We're going to take them out of the box. We're going to do all of that. If you're watching this in March of 2021 and you're playing the 100 Hot Wheels giveaway, then be sure to watch throughout this video. Yes, the 21 Ford Bronco is one of the Hot Wheels of the day, but there's also going to be several, so you're going to want to check those out and make sure that you take a look at that. They'll just be throughout the whole thing. But here is the amazing Ford Bronco. This is the one we are doing today. So what is a Hot Wheels test drive? There's several things we're going to be doing with this car. First, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We'll put it on a turntable. We'll take a look at that. We're going to take it out of the package. Okay, it hurts my heart just a little bit, but at the same time, I love to play with these. So we're going to take it out of the package, but the one we're going to be giving away in the contest is brand new. I've got two, so we're okay. So don't worry too much. This one seems to have a little bit of a bend at the top, so we're going to open that one. So we're going to take it out of the package. We'll put that on the turntable. We'll look at it all the way around. We'll talk about what the packaging says. And then we're going to put it through a series of tests, okay? We're going to do a gravity test. We're going to see how does it do just coming down a Hot Wheels track, how far can it roll, and we're going to grade it. Now, since this is the first one, I have a pretty good idea it's going to win. But we're going to rank them and we'll grade them on our gravity test. Next, we'll do a launch test. So we've got a very simple Hot Wheels launcher. We'll launch it down the track, and we'll just see how far it goes and how well it handles coming out of the launcher. Because of the launcher, we're going to give it 3 tries. We'll find out what the best one is. We're going to do the off-road test. So my off-road test is going to be a little more different than your off-road test because my floor, ceramic tile, so it's going to have where the grout is. That's going to have the lines. I just want to see is how does it go across that? Does it do a good job? How far does it go? And it's going to be a gravity test as well. It's going to roll off the track, and then we'll just see how far it goes. You're going to have different flooring. Your results are going to be different, but at least we can grade all of them kind of the same. And then we're going to put it through the loop of death. Now, if you watched my videos before, we've done a lot of races and contests with Hot Wheels, and the loop of death is something we do. I want to see, can it make it through the loop of death? Probably not. But we'll find out. We're going to give it 3 tries, and we'll see how it does on that. And then we'll come back and we'll look at all the results, and we'll talk about it, and we'll see. So we'll find out how it does. So let's go ahead and get started. And we are going to, of course, do a test drive of the brand new Ford Bronco. Gosh, is that not just crazy? That is such a good-looking truck. I absolutely love it. Hopefully you can see it okay in there. The packaging is good, right? New for 2021. I really like the color. I love that it's the 2-door, of course. On the back, it gives us some information here about the Bronco. I'll read that to you here in just a second. Got it all the way through. So this is a really cool one. So let's go ahead and open this. We're going to open it up. Before we open it, what are my thoughts on it? First of all, it looks really good. I love the tires. I don't know if it's because the packaging is really tight, maybe, but if you notice, like, it doesn't really roll in there, right? Not so much. So I'm a little worried on how the road tests are going to be, the test drives. This one, it's about the same. So when I was looking at it, it's really not, if you look at it, it's really not touching the packaging that much, but it is at enough of an angle that I think it's just causing a little bit of a rub between it. So I'm pretty sure it's probably going to roll okay once we take it out of there, and we will find out. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up, and let's take a look and see what we've got. So I'm going to do it with you guys watching. Let's see if I can do it, hold it up here. Try not to do too much damage. Not that it matters. Once it's open, of course, right? All right, here we go. All right, we're opening that side. We're going to just open here. We're going to try not to drop it. Okay, and boom. All right, here we go. So here it is, the 21 Ford Bronco. That looks pretty darn cool. We'll put that on the turntable. Probably turntable's going right now, so you can take a look at it. Let's read and see what they say about the Ford Bronco. It says, the Bronco is back. Ford's legendary and iconic SUV tips its hat to the past. With its signature round headlights and clean, flat body sides, with nodding to the future with EcoBoost, turbocharged engines, and cutting-edge suspensions. It's ready, roaring, and able to take on the wild. I totally agree with that. I see some roll in the wheels. Yeah, a little bit of roll there, so I think we're going to probably be okay with that. All right, let's go and find out how it does. Let's take it on a test drive, and let's see what it is able to do. All right, so let's jump in there to our first test, and this is the gravity test. We're going to see how far the Bronco can roll. And I told you we're going to be giving away 100 Hot Wheels here in March of 2021, if that's when you're watching this. So I'm going to give you a few Hot Wheels of the days real quick before we jump into this. And you can follow the instructions in the description that tells you how to enter to win. The ones of today is going to be, the first section of today is going to be Steer Clear. I think that one's pretty cool. Steer Clear is one. We're giving away a motorcycle here. This is Street Stealth. I actually like that one a lot. That one is super cool. Street Stealth. The Mattel Dream Mobile. We're giving another way one of those. I think we've given one of those away in the past. We're going to do that here again. And we're going to give away the 2019 Audi R8 Spider. I think that one is pretty cool looking. Awesome. All right, and let's do one more, and then we'll get to the test drive here. This is the 70 Ford Escort. This is the RS 1600. That's pretty cool. You can check that out, right? So all you have to do is go to CoryTurnerTalks.com, click on Contact Us. For every one that you hear today that's the Hot Wheels of the Day, just do another entry, and that enters you to win. Contest ends on March 31st, so it's almost over. Okay, let's jump in right here. I've got the video rolling, and let's talk about the first. This is the gravity contest for our 2021 Bronco. Each one of the sections of track here counts for a foot. All right, and I have it changed up by color, so each color change is going to be 4 feet. We're going to come up here to the top of the box. Bella's helping me. We drop it. It's off and running. And it came to a stop right there. So after we gave it a few tests, this was its longest trip, was really, it was 9 feet, 7.5 inches. So the Bronco made it 9 feet, 7.5 inches for its first test, right? And that is the gravity test. So we're going to mark that down. While we're doing that, let's give away a couple of more Hot Wheels. We'll give away. Let's name a few more Hot Wheels of the day. Let me line this up so we can at least get the next video started. We're going to be, this one is the Volkswagen SP2. That's another Hot Wheels of the day, so you're going to want to listen to the whole video. This one, the package, I hate to say, is not in as great a shape as I'd like it to be, but we're going to give away that one. We're going to give away Pixel Shaker. It's another one that the package is not in as great a shape as I would like, but I found that one at the store, so we'll be giving that one. And a 69 Camaro SS convertible. I think that is super cool. So we're going to be doing that. So keep listening. Throughout this video, I'm going to stop and do more of those, so you want to keep watching. All right, so the next test that we had here for our Bronco was the launch test. We wanted to see how far it would launch, how far it would go. There's a little issue happening here. And, well, I'm not going to tell you. Let's just watch this video, and then I will show you. So here's our Bronco here. Now, again, we have the track. It's laid out. Each section is 1 foot. And we got our launcher here. These are really, really cool launchers. It is these Hot Wheels launcher here. It's a carrying case, plus it's a launcher, so that is super cool. Those are cool. All right, so we have the launcher set up. Putting the camera back down, like I say, it launches out of this section right here, so it's a really cool system. There's our Bronco. Here's our problem. It's definitely made for off-roading. The wheels are too wide to fit into the track to go into the launcher, and it won't fit into the launcher at all. So that's a problem. So for the launcher contest, unfortunately, the Bronco gets a 0 because it doesn't fit in the launcher. That's unfortunate. That's kind of a bummer. I wish it did. I wanted to see how it would do. But that is some of why I think it's a track that it went down the track. I think it was a little bit short. What do we say? 9 feet, 7.5 inches. The wheels were rubbing up against, where do I have it here? The wheels were rubbing up against the track. As you can tell, it is wide. It's a good looking truck, but it's wide. So it's not going to be your track truck necessarily. All right, a few more Hot Wheels of the day to announce. The 2 Jet Z. We got the 2 Jet Z. Check that one out. We have the Datsun Bluebird wagon. This is the 510. My grandfather had a Datsun, it was a 210 station wagon. I loved that thing. That was pretty cool. There's that one. Let's see, we got another one here. Not as great a packaging again. This is Aeropod. So Aeropod is on this one. So very cool. Let's do one more. This one is Radical Racer. Radical Racer. That's another one that's going to be part of the 100 Hot Wheels giveaway. So, okay. So there is that. All right. So next up on our test drive for the Bronco is the off-road challenge. This is where we're going to take it off of the, what would you say, the track, which should be set up for Hot Wheels, not really for this one. And we're going to see how it runs across the floor. Now, on my floor, with the tile and with that, you got the grout line. So it's going to have to jump those. We're just going to have to see how it's going to do. Let's take a look. As you can see, I've got it set up here. It comes down here by the air hockey table and the arcade cabinet. It's going to fly across there and see. That's going to be our space. Here it goes. You see it just barely wedges in there. And we take it off. Now, it did good, actually. It hit some. It straightened itself back out. It traveled a pretty good distance overall. Let's take a look and see exactly how far it made it to see. Okay, it made it. Let's see. 100 and... I'm going to say 156 3/4. So 156 3/4 inches. So that is... that's a little over 13 feet. So 156 3/4 inches. That's not too bad at all to go across the floor that has to jumps and things like that. Now, I did roll it 3 times. This was its longest distance, but overall it got pretty close to this each time. So I was actually pretty happy with how that went. I thought that did pretty good. So we're going to come down to our last challenge. But before we do that, Locomotorin. I don't think this was anything we've done already. If we have, enter it again. Locomotorin is there. This one, I thought this was cool. Zombot. I hadn't seen Zombot. So there's Zombot. It's a robot. Looks like a transformer. It's not, but Zombot. And we're going to give 2 more towards the end of the video. So be sure to hang around. Those are the Hot Wheels of the day. Be sure to enter the contest. Okay, let's take a look here at the very last one. I'm going to start it here. Before I do that, we didn't really get to test out the launcher. This is not part of the giveaway, but this is that launcher. As you can see there, it is really cool. This pops down here in the front, and then you're able to, launch the cars. You hit this here, launches them across. And then it's also storage. So it's got storage for cars. You can see a couple that are in there. So that's really cool. Okay, here we go. This is it. If you've watched us do our Hot Wheels challenges before, I need to probably put the link on there. We've done races where we've narrowed all the way down to whoever the top car was. It's always the loop of death. This is our loop of death. Let's go in on it. This is a pretty intense loop for the cars to go through and a very steep incline that leads up to the loop, so mayhem usually ensues, as you can imagine. So we've already got the Bronco set up here at the top. Now, as we said, I'm going to pause it right there. It doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't fit in there very well. So I already do not have high hopes for how this contest was going to go when we stuck him in there. As a matter of fact, you can tell his wheels aren't even really touching the bottom of the track. It's just sort of more resting on the edges. And so it almost a couple times, just to set it in there, it wanted to go ahead and jump the starter gate because the starter gate just wasn't quite high enough. It was just barely catching it. But anyway, it's in there. Let's see how it does. We ran it 3 times, and let's just see how this goes. All right, we're going to launch it down the track now. And let's take one more look at it. Like I said, it has a really steep entry ramp into the loop, and then I put some extenders out there, even though I'm not super thinking that's going to happen. Here it goes. We fire it off. Okay, so there's the first one, and it fell off the edge. I thought, okay, well, let's scoot it over a little more to the middle. We launched another one. Dwight's in the background watching. Didn't quite make it to the loop. I went ahead and scooted over one more. Why not? We'll give it a try. This one was the best one. Check it out. It almost made it to the halfway point of the loop. So it fell and crashed there on the side. So, yeah, it didn't really do so well when it came to the loop. It wasn't able to make the loop. That's all because it's just too wide to fit into the track, and that's okay. We really like that car right there. We like the width of that car, and that's okay. So let's kind of tally this up. I thought, why don't we give this thing a Cory score? Okay, we're not going to give it a Cory score. If you watch videos, I'm often get comments that I'm referred to as the old Doug and the fat Doug, which I don't mind as much because I think he's pretty cool. The fat one might hurt my feelings a little bit, but that's okay. I think it's pretty funny. I need a shirt made, fat Doug. But anyway, we're going to take a look at it, and let's really look and see what those scores were. So let's look over again. How did this car do? How did the Bronco do? So looking at the score totals, we really look at that on the gravity run. It got 9 feet 7.5 inches. That's really because of where the wheels were sitting. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 2. On the launch test, it wasn't able to fit in the starting gate, so unfortunately I got to give that one a 0 out of 10. On the off-road, I was actually pretty impressed with that. I thought it did good. It righted itself, and it actually went really, really straight, which I think is impressive, and I'm excited to see what other cars are going to do. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10 because I think it handled that well. I think the big tires definitely gave that an advantage. On the loop of death, well, unfortunately, of course, I got to give that a 0 out of 10. It never got through the loop. It got about halfway through the loop. So I tell you what, let's do this. Instead of 0 out of 10, we will give it it got halfway, a 0.5 out of 10. You got halfway through on one of them. So if we added that all together, we'll give it a Cory score. Why not? Let's use it. Everybody knows I'm a huge Doug DeMuro fan, so we'll do that. We're going to give it an 8.5 out of 40 possible points. 8.5 out of 40 possible points. Does that take away and say this is not a cool car? No. This, I tell you what, we have been waiting for the Bronco. It is here. The fact that it is here looks amazing. I absolutely love this car. Of course, I'm not going to give you this one. You're going to get a brand new one in the box if you win the 100 Hot Wheels giveaway. But that Bronco right there is super awesome. I think that's cool. Now, I told you I was going to do a couple of more here towards the end that are going to be Hot Wheels of the day. If you've watched this entire video, I have probably done a lot. I've given away a lot of Hot Wheels of the Day names for you to do the entry. Here's the last two. Just remember, go to CoryTurnerTalks.com, click on Contact Us, fill out a entry form for each car that you heard throughout the entire month from March 3rd until tomorrow. There's one more day tomorrow. And then we will have that drawing. The drawing will actually be on April 6th. That's actually a birthday date for the channel. We'll talk about that. But here's the last two so I just keep talking. This is the 67 Shelby GT500. Absolutely cool car. And the Carbonator. That's right. If you love soda as much as I do, this one probably speaks to you. There it is right there, the Carbonator. Okay, so there's all the Hot Wheels of the day. Be sure to send those in so you can get a chance to win. It ends on March 31st. That is your last chance to do any entries. There's been videos throughout the entire month, and a lot of them have Hot Wheels of the day in it. That's how you enter. Good luck. Hopefully you get to win this bad boy. That's pretty cool. That'll be part of the 100. I really like it. I'm going to play with that one more. We got to find a different, won't work on the track. We'll find something else for it. Remember to like, comment, share. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about cars tomorrow.